Hi everybody, my name is David Lees, and in this video I'll be talking through my recent visit to the Forbidden Planet store in Wolverhampton, where I had the opportunity to meet Simon Furman and Geoff Senior, the key writer and artist for the UK Transformers comic series through the 1980s. Great chance to meet two people I really wanted to meet for a while. Never thought I would have the opportunity, and to meet them face to face. They're currently promoting their new series, comic series, To the Death, and I thought I'll go along. I'll see if they'd be happy to sign some Transformers comics. I was a little apprehensive beforehand, thinking were they solely there to promote their new series, but no. They were very, very outgoing, enthusiastic about signing anything that we could put in front of them. There was myself there and approximately 9 to 10 other people as well. Transformers fans of varying ages, mostly my age. Some there with other comics, and as I said, happy to sign, happy to talk Transformers, talk about their new comic series, to promote that, and very shortly I'll actually go to a video clip of an interview, or the Q&A session that was held with Simon and Geoff, talking about their experiences. I wanted to go very quickly through though what I was able to get signed while I was there. As I said, I wasn't sure if they'd be happy to sign everything, but yeah, they were. So I have, for example, the original issue 43. This was signed by Geoff. I believe he was the artist for the. Did the art actually for the story itself, Crisis of Command Part 2. So he signed the cover for me. Simon and Geoff both together signed issue 64. This, I have to say, is one of my favourites. I know it's not widely regarded as one of the best stories, sort of dream sequence promoting the new toys, but I loved it. And Geoff was responsible for the art. The art on the cover, which I particularly like. I really like the chunky metallic designs for, in this case, the combiners. And Simon Furman wrote the script. This one I'm really pleased with. This is issue 101. And I was able to take this along to the Stoke-on-Trent convention earlier this year and get it signed by Lee Sullivan, who was the cover artist. Simon Furman wrote the story, Geoff Senior did the artwork inside. So I now have all three. So really going to hold on to this one for a good few years yet. And then one of my other favourite stories, Dinobot Hunt, signed by Simon, who wrote the story. So I must say, it looks like I do actually genuinely prefer the UK stories to the US, but that's just, I guess that's personal taste. And then I've promoted this, I've reviewed it. I liked it, so I ended up promoting it as well. This is the Transformers 84 one-shot from earlier this year. I'll pop a link to that video, the preview and the review, in the description. Story by Simon Furman, more than happy to sign it to the top. So delighted with that. I shall be keeping this for a good few years as well. I'll go over now to the video, to the interview being held by the manager, I believe he's the manager at Forbidden Planet Wolverhampton, and we'll talk to Simon and Geoff about their experiences in UK Transformers offices in the 1980s.
So it was a brilliant time, very creative and enjoyable, but frantic as well, because we were doing a weekly comic, and the logistics of getting a weekly comic out were considerable. I mean, you didn't have much margin for error, especially when you were originating material. So we were always working weeks, months in advance, just to make sure we didn't hit that dreaded thing of we haven't got pages. Yeah. And there was one notable time when Dan Reed, who's an American artist, but he was living in Paris, was doing a lot of work on Transformers for us, and he was quite late on one episode, to the point where we said, look, we will pay for you to get on a train from Paris, come over, and we will get the artwork off you, because we were that up against it. And he got as far as customs. He didn't have enough funds on him or something to satisfy them that he could, I don't know, they just thought he was some kind of vagrant, I think, and they more or less, and they sent him back. home and said, you know, you can't come through. And we're just like, oh no, what are we going to do? And then when he got home, he found one of the pages was missing. You know, obviously the customs people had taken everything off him, and one of the pages hadn't made it back. So he literally had to redraw it overnight, and come in again the next day with actually some money to his person on him, and it was a nightmare. But that's what he was like. He was kind of crazy and wonderful, and probably we'll never see the like again of it. You know, I don't think, you know, even like the offices of Marvel US, they're much less of that idea that they had of the bullpen, where everybody was just in there doing stuff, and now of course everybody just does it digitally anyway, sends it in as files, so it's not quite the same. I
met Jim Shooter a couple of weeks ago, and literally he honestly, he echoed exactly what you just said. But in the US version, it was, you know, back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, it was just a crazy land of people, just nutters, absolute nutters, doing crazy things in the office just to keep things going and keep each other doing.
I mean, I remember, you know, I lived out there for about a year in 1989, and I was just in the offices most of the time, you know, and I was working for them, but not to that extent, you know, but they would just let me hang out in the Marvel offices, and you know, that just doesn't happen now. So it was crazy, but a great time. And you know, I got to meet people like Geoff, I got to meet people like Barry Kitson and Will Simpson, and those became friendships that still endure, you know, to today. And you know, John Higgins and all these other great guys, and largely then it was just, you know, once we had a critical mass of people, it was down the pub, and that was the way pretty much the pattern was set, really.
Yeah, well, I used to trust the post office because I used to post work down, and I remember sometimes I used to work on like thick boards, like I think CS2 or CS10. So you had to literally, you'd buy a big sheet and you'd literally cut it up, and then before you could even start drawing and stuff. And then it was obviously not cheap to post it because it's quite heavy, so you have to post it down to London.